welcome to my channel. I'm April Honey, and this is...
Hello, my name is Phoenix Wright. Actually, it's not.
I'm...
I'm Dragon, Crossing Dragon on YouTube, or Dragon Dancer 5150.
We're here on Dragon's AC World Ace Attorney themed island, and she's going to take us through for an island tour, which is a little bit different than what I usually do, but I've seen the island being made here and there, and I feel like this is something that you guys should hear from Beth, because there's a lot of stories on this island, and you guys know I love a good story. So let's just get started.
There are a lot of things that are from the game, a lot from the anime. I drew from both. So the entrance is actually a shot of Phoenix on his way to work. He bikes because he doesn't have a car.
If you guys are not familiar with the Ace Attorney series, it is also an anime as well as a video game that you can get on Switch or on Steam, and there's a lot of stories within that. But in the opening scene of the anime, this is pretty much what you would see is like a canal, and off to the side there's buildings going over to the side, and it looks like almost exactly like this, which is pretty amazing.
If we're following Phoenix to work, that would be to the courthouse.
Okay, we can do
And
that.
looks like Edgeworth got here ahead of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh, wow. Look at the courthouse. That's so cool. Okay, so if you look at
Gonna
this,
go put
this
his bike
build
away.
is so realistic. It's very cool. So now
So
we're inside the courthouse, and oh my
this
goodness,
is
you
kind of
guys.
the grand entry.
Wow. This is so realistic. It's crazy. It does really feel like the interior, the just inside of a courthouse.
Yeah, so if you went up to the left, or if you went up to the right, you'd get into the prosecutor's area. And the left here is the defense area. This is the defendant lobby.
So this is modeled
So,
after the defendant lobby in the game. If you play the
yeah,
game or you watch the anime, these scenes are incredibly realistic. You guys, I'm really amazed. I love the doors right here and the security guards. All of it looks so realistic.
I'm really, really proud of how this whole thing turned out. It's just,
I will put a link to Dragon's Instagram in the description as well if you want to see comparison photos of all of these builds and the game itself. That'll be over on her Instagram. But
is the
she's fine.
courthouse itself, or the courtroom itself, I should say.
Okay, so
Um,
this would be the courtroom, and I love that the door and the panels um, were able to do like double duty. That's really cool. And the
yeah,
walls,
yeah.
everything looks incredibly realistic. Someone even made Edgeworth's shirt. I love that.
With this being a live tour, there's only my one character that I can have out. But if you come to the DA, you'll get to meet not only Phoenix, but Maya, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Larry as well. Downstairs is the reading room and the cafeteria, which,
Oh,
if you know the story of
if you
what
guys know the
happens with
story,
who,
this is
I'm not going to give
where
anything away for
it
those who
all
don't
went
know.
down.
Yeah, there and also on the other side. I am really, really proud of that shirt there with the necklace on it. I'll be releasing that as well as the two flat codes that I made for this island on Instagram. If you come back this way, this is the way you don't want to have to approach the courthouse from. Could
Uh-oh.
call this the walk of shame, alley of shame. If you're coming from back here, you're either a police officer or you're in custody, because
Oh
this
gosh.
is the police station and detention center.
That makes sense. And also the blue scooter, I love that. So this is the police station and the holding center.
So, welcome to Criminal Affairs.
Oh, wow. Oh my
And
goodness.
it's really cramped in here, but all of the rooms are accessible, I promise. So, Here's where once you've been booked, this is the first place you'd wait, which
Oh
is the holding
gosh.
cell.
You don't want to get stuck here. This is
Oh,
really cool. So the
thank
holding
you.
cell, it does very much look like a holding cell, except the bed's nicer.
Then Phoenix would meet you here in
Oh,
the
it's
visitor's
the
room.
visitor's room. Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I'm visiting with Phoenix and I'm like, you gotta get me out of here. Pretty much.
We'll get
That
you
is
out of here. Don't
so
you worry about
cool.
it. Here is the all important records
Oh,
room.
it's the records room.
Yeah.
If you guys have watched the anime, then you would know the significance of this room, but it holds some all important stuff.
Very exclusive is Edgeworths Office as a top prosecutor
Oh, wow. Look at Edgy's
with,
office.
yeah,
It's so
him
fancy.
fancy. Even his original super fancy coat, the one from his first case. And you
Nice.
only see it in the bonus, added case for the first game, Rise from the Ashes, but this is the underground parking structure for the precinct. And that again, much to his chagrin, is Edgeworth's flashy sports car, this time one of the crime scenes. And I think for now we'll go the other way and see the rest of town. We've got City Hall,
Of
Leaf.
course. And I love that you turned resident services into a feature because the rest of us hide it.
I seriously thought about hiding it because I'm going, what the hell can I do with it? And then I realized, oh, well, what city doesn't have a city hall? Flag was my well, technically my second, but essentially my very first code. And it's from the Ace Attorney logo, it's the shine off of the attorney's badge.
I love that.
It took some tweaking, but I got it.
We have our wheelchair here because we
Yes.
are wheelchair users.
Yes, I am too. I tried to sprinkle them around, for your sake, for my sake, and just for the sake of representation. I mean, in a city there are all kinds, including here in
Japafornia.
Tokyo, Angela, yeah, on Japafornia. Here we've got Vitamin Square, which is the playground. Recipe for Turnabout.
I love that. And Vitamin Square has fruit themed items in it, both in
Yeah,
the game and in this game. Look at
yeah,
Pico. She's so cute.
and yes, we got Pico. Hello, Moroccan. My buddy
Right.
Aaron. Shout out my buddy Aaron. I did stuff with um, the buildings as much as I could. This is
This is
kind of our
really cute.
shopping district, and then we got our pawn shop over here.
Oh my gosh, Nook's Cranny is a pawn shop? I love that. I love that so much. Oh my
Well, it
goodness.
is, isn't it?
I
You can
mean,
buy things there, and you can pawn things off. They'll both sell to and buy from you.
and they'll take anything, right?
Exactly.
I've never thought about using the bamboo stop blocks as stops for the cars. That's really
Don't
creative.
even know. Thank you. I don't even know what made me think of that, but I was just like, oh, that can work.
We love us some trash behind buildings.
Oh, awesome. He's home even. So we've got Trebian, and we can, well, there's not a whole lot of room. I'll let you go in there.
Okay.
Because three people in there is going to be a little crowded,
Oh gosh.
including our very pink chef.
In the game, this character is about as atrocious as this villager right here, actually. So there you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jean
it's so
Armstrong.
accurate.
Yeah,
And I
there
love
were a
everything
lot of
except
things.
for this thing right here.
And it's like, well,
You
okay, fine.
definitely got that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So,
Minxie.
but we've got
Little fish
all
market.
our
This is so
lobsters
cute.
for the twin tea set lunch special. Actually, don't order anything from Trinity.
Yeah, I hear the food's terrible and really overpriced.
Yeah. But if we continue this way, we've got one of Maya's
Look,
favorite
hidden
joints.
tiger. I love that.
Got our alley cat, yes. Had to have an alley cat.
I just figured you were dragon, so like crouching dragon,
Oh,
hidden tiger.
that actually, I wish I had thought of that because that is amazing.
I'm telling you, I make up stories when
Oh,
I'm on these islands too, and sometimes they're not relevant at all. So this
no,
is
that's
the
totally relevant. I love it. This is Fritos Fries and Burgers, Maya's favorite burger joint.
oh gosh, she Maya has questionable taste and she also has four stomachs. Anyone with four stomachs can eat things like Frida's food.
Ah,
Oh,
so
look,
she,
Frida herself, the Hamburger Sheep. Are you gonna let me
yeah.
buy? She's not gonna let me buy, but we
I
can
think you
look
have to
at it
talk to
from the
her and then
door.
maybe you can push her. Yeah.
Look at the little gotcha machines. It looks exactly like a regular, like 50s style diner. I love that.
Thank you.
Very cute. She's
Oh,
just, I don't know.
sorry. Figured I'd get out of the way and pass you first, but didn't quite make it. But we continue back here, and the outside image is of Phoenix's apartment in the anime. It's based on anyway. But this
Oh, wow.
is Wright and Co. So this is the Wright and Company law offices.
So
But
this is Wright and Co. law offices right here. We have, of course, Phoenix Wright and his home
yeah, we can do
environment.
that.
So this is
So
the break
this,
room. It looks just like a break room at a job I used to have.
and
I
there
can't
is a
say we
reason for
had a.
having a kitty.
I was gonna say I can't say we had this either.
Well, you didn't have a spirit medium trying to train under a quote unquote waterfall either.
This is true.
So yeah, Maya brought that in, and the
Okay,
look
so
on
this is Phoenix's apartment and where he lives, and we're gonna go inside and look at what kind of a little bachelor pad that he has going on in there. Okay, so this is
so
Phoenix's little apartment. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
basically a
And
studio. Oh,
cartoons up there. I love that.
Signal Samurai. Oh, and that's perfect. What's on TV right now? Canonically, he loves apples, so there's a apples are his favorite fruit. So he's got a
Gotta have some apples. And of
and
course, he didn't put his groceries away. Probably an emergency happened and he had to run.
his sweater there in the back, the little sweater, and
That's his college sweater.
but you can come back this way, little not hidden trail, but little nature trail.
Oh, I like this single tile dirt path, and it saves you from actually having to have a dirt path.
Well, and the funny thing you say that because I
You
do
have
have a
one
dirt path.
anyway.
Yeah, I have.
I
This
love
is this
that.
is one of yours. This is one of your dirt paths.
Really?
This
Oh
is
my
the
gosh, it looks awesome.
anyway. So there, the bus stop here. There's a couple different ways you can go from the bus stop. One would be to get off the bus up in the mountains and head to Karine Village.
Okay, so we're up
So
in
we
Karine Village. We've
up in the
arrived.
mountain.
We just got off the bus, and we have
Yep.
all of the Asian villagers are here.
So the
Oh
bus stop and the
wow.
phone booth that Phoenix had to run to go use after the murder, because of course there was a murder.
And then we have Gladys.
The Winding Way is back here with Mystic Ami's urn and
Oh
the
wow.
all important incinerator. Well, she's home if you want to go in and see. The houses are slightly individualized, but they're all basically the same. And again, I do have them up on my Instagram, but if you want to,
Uh-oh.
that, yeah, Annalise.
Ew.
Oh, well.
Okay, so we're gonna ignore the fact that this is an anteater, but it is obviously one of the. Ew, what happens to her eyes when she's thinking? Yeah, this
Yeah.
is one of the mystics' homes in Karine Village, and you can see she has her little personal interests back here, her little dresser, the little Zen table. We're gonna ignore the fact that it's an anteater, and we're gonna run out now. That was
Okay,
the
she's
shortest house tour
not.
I've ever given. So these are the spirit mediums of the island. I love that the rocks are still kind of usable if you choose to use them.
This is the meditation chamber, or the meditation room.
Very cute. And it looks exactly like a meditation room. Got all our little pillows over there and
Yep.
our little worshiping areas. Very nice. So this is where the
All the
business happened?
candles. This is where the business happened.
There is a certain scene that you guys should definitely go see in the anime, if not play in the game. And if you have played it in the game, then you
The
know
the
what
the
that's all
case.
about back there. The little box, y'all know. So this is the side room. Is this the box that they were hiding in?
No, actually, I wasn't able to fit that in here.
Oh, bummer.
But if you in the game, if you click around this is a boar. It's only one letter off from bear, which is the souvenir that can be purchased at Korean Village, and that Eni actually decided to buy. But
Oh
it's one of
gosh.
those flavor text things that you only learn if you're an obsessive fangirl like me and click on everything to learn everything you can.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I would have never known that.
So there's a rooftop, just little hangout spot.
Oh, nice. This looks like a
Yeah,
communion space, a communing space. I
yeah,
love
and they're up in
that.
the mountains, so at the summit walls.
I love it. I love the safety rails.
Thanks. This way. Another way you might have gone was to the Gourd Lake National Park. Got the boat keeper's house back here,
Wow.
and the boats that you can.
Rents, the rental boats.
Thank you.
Oh, so cute.
We're just floating around on the water in our little boats.
It's very nice.
So yeah, the caretaker's shack, and the beachfront. We've got Butts's Samurai Buns.
So this would
We've
be
got
where this guy
our
popped, basically.
our giant, yes, as Butts puts it, his inflatable employee, his Steel Samurai giant balloon thing,
It popped and it ran and it flew into the ocean or the
flew into the
lake.
lake. Yeah, and
Wow.
the
And then
no
this is where
camping.
Lotta would have been camped out.
Yep, trying to catch the Gourd Lake monster, trying to catch a picture of Gordy. So, and again, from the bus stop, there are two other places we can go. If we wait for the bus, when the bus comes, we can go.
So this is where the bus dropped us off up in Eagle
Yep,
Mountain.
can either head to Eagle Mountain. If we do, we
Oh,
wind up at
wow.
Hazakura Temple. And this is the courtyard and the golden statue of Mystic Ami, the founder of the Korean channeling technique.
Oh my goodness.
We come over here to Hazakura Temple, the bell, and you're passing the snowmobile.
Oh gosh. Wow.
But here's Eagle River
Oh my goodness.
and Dusky Bridge.
What's the emergency phone?
That's the phone that Larry called for. When the murder had taken place at Hazakura, Sister Bikini sent Phoenix to go make the phone call, but then the bridge was on fire, and so he told Larry to make the call while he tried to get over here to the inner temple because Maya was trapped over here. So this is the main hall of Hazakura.
Wow. I think it's really cute.
Thanks. And you don't know it, but if you sneak back here
Oh gosh, you can sneak into that.
into the back room,
Wow.
this is the training hall and sacred cavern of the inner temple.
Oh my goodness.
Here's
Wow.
the scroll of Mystic Ami and the sacred temple, or I'm sorry, the sacred cavern back there.
I love
So
that though. That's so cool.
That took me a while to figure out.
Let's go wait for our bus. I love the way we look so surprised when we sit down.
If you take this route, takes you out to the beach. And this is based
Oh,
on an anime
wow.
exclusive episode called Here the Waves of Turnabout. But there is Wave Ramen, which is and he's home, so you can go in and see the kitchen of the ramen shop if you'd like.
Sure. Whose house is this?
Zucker.
Oh, look at this. It really
So
does look like a little Asian noodle place. I love it. Like a
yep,
seafood
that
noodle
was
shop.
that was fun to figure out and decorate.
He's so cute. Okay.
He
His
is.
little chopstick in his head.
Yeah. We can have our ramen. And again, as far as the shells go, if you know, you know. It's an excellent episode. And the only one that no one dies. But here's the beach where Phoenix and Pearl come looking for another shell to replace the one that she broke. Maya turns out to also be there because she's back here at the shrine for her
Yearly.
annual yeah, the master of the Karine technique comes out here once a year to return all of the souls to the ocean where they came from.
Thank you so much for letting me tour your island. I had such a great time. If you guys are interested in
Oh,
seeing Japafornia yourself, you should definitely check out the dream address, which will be in the description below. If you're interested in any of the custom codes, those will also be in the description, or at least a link to the Google Doc will be in the description below. Go follow Crossing Dragon over on Instagram, here on YouTube. Occasionally, she might post something, and over on
I'm
Twitch,
hoping
all
to
of
start
which,
posting more again.
yeah, all
Yeah.
of those will be linked in the description below. Thank you so much for coming. I know you guys could
Thank
be doing
you.
absolutely anything, and you chose to hang out here with us, and I appreciate you so much for that. I'll see you in the
And
next
thank
one.
I was gonna say, and thanks to April for coming and touring the island. It's
Aw,
always a treat. Thank you so much.
I had such a good time. Thank you.
Thank you.